Okay, just an introduction before we get started. We're already rolling here. We got Tony Malouf, team manager of BSD, and Grant, the owner of BSD. What we were just talking about the infamous CB Salvia video. What do you guys say about that, Grant?
I mean, to me, it was one of the funniest things I'd ever seen. I thought Salvia before that was Sativa.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, holy fuck, what the hell is this guy doing? You know? And David Grant was just coming over to the UK at the time.
Yeah.
And he was in the video, and we sat and watched that again and again, and we Instagram photos of it. And like, it was really bad. I think we terrorized the guy.
He hates us. He hates me and Chris because we put it up. I was friends with him for years,
You know,
and
I
then we
think
put that on YouTube. I haven't heard from him since.
I think he's a nice guy. I'm sure I met him
right.
like in Austin or whatever.
Yeah.
But that, it was too funny. I mean, like, what else could you do but like fucking laugh? Yeah.
Amazing. I've never done You never done Salvia?
Me? Yeah, definitely.
Was it horrible?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Everyone said I've never done it because I just always hear people say how bad it is.
It's crazy because it's like, just like any of those other fucking crazy psychedelics where it's like, if your mind's right, it's chill, and then if not, you're fucked. Like
Salvia is like the ultimate white boy drug.
Salvia, like, fuck. It's because you used to be able to just buy it at a head shop.
Oh, you can't anymore?
No, they've well, I don't know. Certain joints.
In the UK,
certain
you
states,
can.
you
And
can.
we were filming with Jersey last week, 2 weekends ago, in Glasgow, Jersey and there.
Mike Taylor. Yeah.
And Kadger just started freaking out. He'd been sitting talking to these guys near this rail. And like 20 minutes later he goes, "Oh, I just hit Salvia."
No.
And he would just been like acting all weird, but he's such a fucking kook anyway. Like we were like, oh, didn't even notice.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh man, I'm tripping out." You know. So,
I didn't even hear that.
Wow.
Anyway,
what can you tell me about this frame that we have sitting in front of us right here?
The beverage.
The beverage is the Tony Malouf signature BSD frame.
Yeah.
What were you looking for aside from doing a sort of mock Jameson graphic for this?
I've never really been too picky about like specs.
Mm-hmm.
So we worked together to come up with something that was.
for you, really.
Yeah, I mean, we based it off Jersey's frame, which was what I was riding at the time. That and a bit of Chris's frame.
So it's the Waza. That's how
Yeah.
you say it
You're
because
supposed to say Waza, yeah.
because
I know
like
it's
Warrington
yeah.
was Waza,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then we like took WZA from like the Wu-Tang style.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's where it
Oh,
comes
I
from.
love it, yeah.
But everyone from Warrington calls it Waza.
Does everyone in Warrington ride one?
No, they don't.
That's-
Jersey and Nailsy, there's a few
Yeah.
guys. There's
Yeah.
a big skate park scene in Warrington as well.
There's a lot of Wazas in
There
the
is.
state. Like, I see a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen
In the
one of them.
Midwest, for sure.
Let's call out Jack Greaves, the other BSD rider that lives in Warrington, and he rides a Toulouse frame.
Oh.
Why isn't he riding a Waza?
The Nizla.
What you guys got any other parts and frames coming out that you're excited about?
Next year, the David Grant's frame, the Raiders, coming out. He's been riding that one for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's huge, 21.6,
yeah.
9.3 standover, big frame. But it's also available in like 20.75 and 21, and that should be available in springtime. There's a lot of other shit happening next year.
Because you guys have signature frames for almost everybody, right?
Like Chris Kyle, Jersey, now Tony, and David Grant's the next
Yeah,
one,
so-
and Anthony Leo from France.
Okay.
So it's like 5 signature frames, and we also do the Forever frame, which is kind of like our kind of basic frame,
team frame or whatever,
frame's been on forever.
Are you guys killing it over there in Europe? Because I know that you got voted, what was it, Brand of the Year?
Yeah, we got voted Brand of the Year last year, which was strange.
It's
'cause
like a question, just like.
Are you killing it?
I mean, are you
How
guys
dope
killing
are
it
you?
over there?
How dope are you? But I mean, Brand of the Year. I mean, that's
we
pretty
didn't
serious.
realise. Ride UK called us up and said, we're doing this Ride Awards the week before Christmas.
Right.
You're going to come down? We're like, it's the week before Christmas. We live in Scotland. It's like, we have to fly down, whatever. No, we're not going to come. And then they called back and said, you really need to come. And we can't be clearer than that. We're like, okay. So we're like, oh, I wonder what this is for. And we went, and then it was the last award, and they're saying, the last award of the night is Brand of the Year, and it's between We the People, Federal, and BSD. And we're like, this can't be us, you know? And it was BSD, and we went, fuck. It was unreal, really strange.
You were totally surprised taking it
Yeah,
back.
yeah. Like we weren't even going to go.
Right.
Yeah.
When they say Brand of the Year, it included like image, products, team, everything?
It's like a Ride UK voting thing. So it's like
Right.
consumers, like the kids.
Oh, it was the
that
kids.
ride,
That's especially cool.
So
yeah.
like when they're voting for you, like you really appreciate it. Like we're blown away by that. Yeah.
Right, yeah. How are your sales in? This is what I was actually asking for. Your sales in Europe, like much larger than your sales in America? Do you guys do you guys kill it out there a little bit more? Even though you do have an amazing U.S. team.
I don't
It's tough to make inroads when you're a European brand, you know?
It's, the thing is, we're seen as a European brand, and I think in America, any European brand is going to struggle. You know, and things have grown in America all the time, but in Europe it's much bigger. Yeah. Like,
you were saying before that you think that like per capita it's a bigger scene in the UK.
Well, one of the things that we talk about, what David Grant said, all the guys were out staying in Glasgow for like between 4 and 2 months over the summer.
Right.
And David Grant was saying he couldn't believe the amount of riders in Glasgow. We've got
it's nuts.
2 of the best indoor skate parks probably in Europe in Glasgow, and like skate parks all around the city. You know, plus amazing street, but the weather's not the best there, you know. But there's riders everywhere, isn't there?
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, like, and in the UK, like, BMX riders take over skateboarders.
Really?
For certain, like.
By miles, yeah.
Yeah, there's like, and because there's not many skateboarders and shit, like, there isn't really so much skateboard sales over there, it seems like, to me, because, like, I showed up to the skateboard and I had, like, a Death Wish deck, and these kids are like, where'd you get that? They, like, can't get shit like that because it's so small, and then BMX is, like, fucking huge. And
really?
at least in Scotland, like,
yeah,
that was our main scene, you know, like right by the skate park and shit.
But are you guys the only big BMX company from Scotland, or the only one of significance?
The only one, really.
Yeah,
but we're, you know, Scotland's just a part of the UK. We don't see ourselves as from Scotland. We're from the UK or Europe, you know. And like the brands that are killing it in the UK would be Federal and United and dare I say BSD.
You guys are trying. Are they up above you guys? Are you trying to be on that level with Federal and
We're
United?
not trying anything. One of the things is we are like up in our own place, doing our own thing, and like that's all we do. It's just we're like doing it the way we feel like we should do it, and it sounds so cliche, but you know, why live any other way, really? I
mean, the BSD team is crazy. Like I think it took me a while to really catch on and realize what you guys were doing, and like I don't know how much of Malouf's input it is or how much of yours it is, but the team is absolutely unbelievable. I was just telling you guys that we just had Dennis Anderson in here, and he's like, we're doing BSD next, and even he just goes, dude, BSD's team is amazing. Like I was like, you know, that's a pretty that's a huge
that's
a good honor.
Yeah.
Dennis is a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I think that with guys like Jersey, Chris Kyle, Dan Paley, and Alex in the UK, I mean, they're fucking amazing.
That's undeniable.
And like
insane.
you know, like Tony, David Grant, Reed. And you know the new guy, the cook Jeff Cadger in America, and then you've got like the wild card thrown in there, Anto from France, you know.
Yeah.
And then these are just like the pro team, and there's like
there's
so many
guys,
other riders on the team as well. You know, it's like I don't know.
I'm
stoked. I'm stoked, but we're all friends, and that's the thing. Like
there's a real because you guys stayed with us, and you guys have an amazing vibe. Everybody getting along real good. That was another funny one when David didn't have a frame sponsor for a little while. David Grant. And then he took the BSD one, and I was like, yo, I thought you were going to go with somebody who would maybe pay you more or whatever. And he's like, nah, this shit is sick. Like he got it like a while before I did, like I hope it was, you know? So, I mean, yeah, you guys are an unbelievable team. How did you actually end up giving Malouf the team manager role?
The funny thing is, I came to Interbike 4 years ago, and it was just really when we were like starting selling stuff in the States. And Chad DeGroot got in touch with me straight after, and he says, I've got the guy for your team, Tony Malouf. This guy is... You'll fit.
So you came in the game with a DeGroot cosign.
So DeGroot recommended him, and he said he heard a story about me, and he goes, "Okay, I'm into it," because he'd had shitty deals in the past with fucking cookie companies or whatever. Not to talk shit on anyone, but.
All right, I was about to ask which one of you guys could drink more.
That's right. He was going to be sick. I would say Tony. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say in the past I could, but I don't really care about shit like that anymore.
Who would be sick first?
Yeah.
You.
I would be sick. Yeah, you could drink more probably.
Yeah.
But
like,
I
thought
years ago I could have done it.
Because I was gonna say I was like, you're gonna try and really say that you can drink more than me? Because
I think I could.
That would just
probably.
fuse me to just like.
I think I probably could. Yeah.
No,
I think I could. Yeah.
I don't know.
I really.
I don't know.
The thing is, I'm not competitive. I don't really give a shit. I could drink more than you, but. But like, I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
Yeah,
I got 30 pounds on you.
As a young testosterone-filled male, you can have it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, let me ask this, because I don't even know the answer to this, but when did BSD start?
1991 forever.
1991. And what?
So we back in the day, 91, BMX was pretty much dead. Myself, Will Smith, pre-Dig, Dave Slade, pre-Twilight and all that shit.
Okay.
We were guys like making BMX videos around the UK, and like we were traveling, filming. I was traveling to the States and stuff, VHS videos, and we just, my friend, we needed a like name for it, and he came up with BSD, and we did this first video called BSD Stress Kings then, and it went over the next kind of 4 years. And then I was at university, like doing mechanical engineering, making parts.
Mm-hmm.
But it was something, but it never really kind of took off until like maybe like 98. We started making like really big, thick sprockets, because like it was just people were fucking shit up all the time. Like, and as an engineer, I had like the contacts to do that, you know. But it was kind of something that I did on the side.
Right.
And then maybe, I don't know, like 6-7 years ago, just
Started
fully
to get
got
serious.
into it. Yeah.
Is it bigger now than it's ever been?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. We all make money.
You ever break anyone like any pro riders you can think of that you kind of gave them their first look aside from the current team?
I don't know what you mean by
like
that.
the dudes that you helped break them into the industry and help get them attention through BSD early on.
Reed Stark for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that was your
Yeah.
thing.
That was like.
That was your pick. Who else did you pick? You picked David.
Well, yeah, Reed, David, and Cadger.
Yeah.
As well as our 2 flow riders, which are Matt Marquise and Jeff Dowling.
Yeah.
So, I mean, those dudes, like, they're low-key in the cut, and they hold it down, like, sick. And then, obviously, the pro team is...
Do you feel like when people are talking about, like, when people are making jokes about, you know, VX and, like, riding skateboards dick, that they're actually talking about you?
What are you doing?
This is hilarious.
Yeah, let's crack that can of worms open.
Yeah.
Well, you did have a web video talking about how much you love the VX, like, you know, 2 weeks ago or something.
No, yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah.
I'll shed light on this.
Okay.
I mean, fuck. Everybody wants to fucking bitch and complain, but, you know, I mean...
Your shit is dope.
You're gonna, like, argue that I shouldn't... Or you're gonna say, like, oh, you know, he's saying, like, you know, if you wanted to make videos outside of BMX, you could never make videos outside of BMX.
But you can rock with a
Well,
DSLR.
yeah, what the fuck did I say at the start of the video? I said, you know, I have an HD camera that I shoot non-BMX gigs with.
Right.
You shot that on the HD
Oh, it's on the
camera.
fucking. It's in the fucking interview.
That's
and
the
kids
funny
just
thing.
don't pick it up, and then they just talk shit
Yeah.
because they went to college, and then they fucking get out, and they have no jobs.
Yeah.
Cool. Now you're in debt.
And,
Sorry.
and everything you say online gets condensed to its most basic meaning because
Exactly.
But it's
everything is
changed
stripped
with
away.
with the Facebook comments on
It's a
the
little
come up
nicer,
now.
yeah.
Things
Oh,
have
yeah,
changed.
put
The,
that
the
video
world
out right
has
now.
changed.
Yeah.
It's the 60s again.
It's like BMX just got 70% more positive overnight. But do you love the VX so much that you plan, you know, in 10 years will you still be making VX videos?
I'll still have a VX.
You'll
that's
still
for-
want it.
But I plan to make a HD edit where we smash my VX at the start and say fuck you.
Well, that's been done. That's ABD.
Oh, okay.
That's ABD.
Why? Because fucking Glenn did it in
Yeah.
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 Oh, okay. I don't.
You
I
know
don't
what else
understand.
is ABD? You know, I mean,
Oh, film it on the VX and then smash it.
BSD forever.
Who jacked it?
Forever BSD.
Who jacked the Forever?
Sabrosa.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's an ad right now.
Yeah.
Are you hating? Are you mad?
No.
I think it's hilarious.
We're just kidding. No, I mean, it's
You know,
just funny.
Forever is just a word.
It got brought up on Twitter and
Oh,
like,
Forever 21.
I think everybody like I don't know if it was a. Real,
I think Jersey was pissing about on Twitter
Yeah.
with it, and,
Okay.
and Scott Ditchburn took it to heart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
And
who
there was
did-
like
did
a
you see
Twitter
that?
war, and we were just laughing. But now we see it everywhere. and
Yeah,
it's like,
which I mean that's gonna
I think
happen. Like,
Ditchburn and Jersey could never have beef. I don't think.
exactly,
You know,
and
it's
me
the-
and Ditchburn are homies, and I'm sure
He's a
and
sick guy.
everybody.
Oh, he's
so
the
like,
best,
yeah.
no, it's nothing like that. We're just making a joke.
How would you describe? Okay. How do you become friends with Mike Taylor? Because he was on, even when he was on Sunday and everything, he always was on BSD.
It was long
parts.
before that. We went to the Metro Jam in Toronto probably like 8 or 9 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and he was riding for Proper, and he came over with us then. Me, myself, and the Yeti, and him, and this guy that worked for the BBC in the UK, Terry, and we flew to Manchester. And but by the time we met him, we were really drunk, and he was this fucking young shredder, like just wanted to go riding street or whatever. But we just had an instant connection.
Yeah.
He loved it.
Everybody,
And,
everybody who meets
yeah.
him loves him.
Yeah.
Mike Taylor.
But he's
the best.
it's one of the most kind of, I don't know how you describe it. He's so accurate. He thinks about it all through and then just does it first go. And it's something
Yeah.
so fucking scary. I'm like, shit, I don't even want to watch this. If this goes wrong,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
going to be bad.
There's no
And, like,
uncertainty. There's no feeling
Yeah.
it out. It's
Yeah.
just 100% confidence.
and it's like,
yeah.
even when we did the thing, the Scottish Bike Show in April, he hadn't ridden in a long time because of all the surgeries on his knee. And he just killed it all weekend. And I'm like, how can you just come back from not riding to this? And he's like, well, it's just all in your head. Like, I just had to get fit and I can do the tricks. And you're like,
fuck. I mean, how
Yeah.
dialed can it be? Like, really, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is a mental thing as
Yeah.
well, and like David's the same way. David.
Right. Oh, David,
fucking-
yeah. There's no fucking around, yeah.
Yeah, David is just, you know.
We were saying earlier off camera that David Grant is the only dude that I know who I can see, I'll find a 40 stair rail and text it to him, and he'll be like, fuck. I wish
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
Like, that's all he really wants to do is the
Yeah,
world's
yeah.
biggest handrail, you know?
No, he loves that shit, and he definitely like
He likes to say, fuck these.
He says fuck these, exactly. I mean, we just did that shop tour and we went to all these skate parks, and David Grant didn't ride. I mean, which is like,
Although he did ride in Aberdeen, he pumped his tires up and killed it in a skate park. And because we put his music on over in the indoor skate park, and it was
Yeah.
like Space Ghost Perp and all that.
yeah, yeah.
And he fucking loved it.
He plugged his iPod in, and then he goes out and he fucking rode for like 10 minutes. But
Yeah.
either way, you know, like all these stops, he goes to skate parks and doesn't ride. But like obviously,
Yeah.
his video parts, they fucking show for it. And like that's the thing is like you still see kids like go up to David and they're like, holy fuck, and he's walking around like, you know, David
Yeah, and
all to himself.
weed allergy. He has a weed allergy.
And you know, it's just like it's
A
crazy
weed
because
allergy.
like
He
him
does not
and
have a weed allergy.
him and Jersey are so much alike
Yeah.
because they really do like they're fucking. It's not even one of those people where like they're picky. They just know
They know what they want.
want, and they find it, and when they do, it's on, and then you know
Yeah.
it works out, and
Yeah.
like fuck, David is.
Man,
That's he's first tee, man. Like
Yeah.
I am so stoked on the team. You know when you're talking there and thinking about all the
Yeah.
people, it's so fucking. I'm so proud.
Hey, you
Yeah.
guys, you
Yeah.
won Ride to Glory too.
Yeah.
Do you have like a?
We always win right to
Are
glory.
you paying off Ride UK because you won the fucking Reader's Choice too?
Yeah, like
little under the
I
table
don't know.
piece.
Yeah.
we have something on Bedos. I have some photos of him in compromising situations. I've been stockpiling
Yeah,
this
it's
shit.
got to be a
He's-
blackmail thing. Yeah.
Well, there's got to be something keeping the freaking magazines alive.
There's
you know?
no money in BMX. It's got to be shady under the table blackmail.